Just like a video game for Robert Whittaker tonight, making it look so easy. What were your thoughts as you made the walk and then you got in there making it look so easy?
Honestly, I was just in my own head. Got to stay focused, got to rip in. Picture my kids watching it at home, picture my wife waking them all up and bringing them out. In my own head, I had to, have to lead by example, have to show them how it's done, have to show them what not quitting looks like, what digging in and really having a go means.
They asked you after the fight, Perth, Australia, not far away. You'd be more than willing to be a backup for that championship fight there?
Yeah, definitely. I'm in good health. I exited this Hardy, and it's in my home country. How can I say no? It's around the corner.
Is there a preference for you as to who you would rather face?
Yeah, I've mentioned it before. I'd love to run it back with Dricus. I feel like I let myself down in that fight more than he took it from me. Given, I'm not taking anything away from him. He beat me on the night, and that's half the game. That's most of the game. But yeah, I feel like I can do better.
I have one more question about Perth. Outside of Dricus du Plessis, amongst the middleweights that are available, if you're not the backup, is there one that stands out to you that you would like to compete against in your home country?
It's tricky. It's tricky because I mentioned in a lot of interviews, my only plan is to go home to my kids and give them the holiday they kind of got cheaped out on last one, because I took this fight pretty close after the last one. So I want to take the kids away on holiday if I'm not gonna back up for such a prestigious title.
So go ahead, Mike.
Oh, I was just going to say, I wanted to ask you had such a short amount of time to game plan for Ikram Aliskerov. Was there something that you picked up on in the short amount of time you had to research, or were you just kind of going on the fly?
A lot of it was on the fly. I leaned on my experience a lot. Good thing about our team and the way we conduct ourselves is that we formulate game plans to take to our opponents. We try to drag the fights into angles that play to our strengths, and I've done that for a very long time. So I watched tape. I watched where he was strong. He's very well rounded. Tries to line up that right hand. And I prepared for that.
I mean, obviously, just staying on that tone for just a second. Yes, you went out there, you got the job done, and with respect to him, you made it look easy. But what were you expecting?
I was expecting a 25-minute dogfight. Like I trained so hard for this camp. I was going to fight Chimaev. He's a dog of a fighter, and I was expecting to take it into deep waters with him. And then that fell apart, and Ikram stepped in, and I was willing to take it into deep waters with him because they had a close pairing themselves. So, yeah, I was ready for a slugfest. I was ready to bring the dog out and just bang on for 25 minutes, but. Like I said, I went out there hunting and got it done early.
Now, as a fan of this sport, I really want to know. I'm curious, what did Dana say to you? He came over to the octagon, you guys shared some words. What did he say?
Between me and him.
But come on! That's not the answer we want.
I don't know if He just said, Aliskerov's a scary guy. Nobody wanted to fight him. Nobody wants to fight him. And, in respect to Ikram, he stepped in and... yeah, he was camping and he was ready to fight last week, but he still stepped in against me. And, there's a reason why I was the previous middleweight champion and why I'm ranked number 3. There's a reason. There's a level, and I said it.
Well, I got to ask you, you said you were doing this on the fly, not really having a game plan. Did you want to come out hot and kind of stun him? Because for me, I was anticipating you to maybe make some reads in the first round, try to drag him into deep water, because you've been in so many main events, you've been in title fights, you've fought 25 minutes from pillar to post. It surprised me that you came out so hot. Was that something that you wanted to do?
So, no, there definitely was a game plan, like a loose one. It was like get behind the jab, draw out his right hand, don't rush. Like, be patient. Use your full skill set. Like, it's a very loose game plan, but, if you stick to it, good things happen, right? And much like it was going to be for Chimaev, we were going to take the fight to him, much like it was with Costa as well. I was going to take the fight to him. I said I was going to be the hunter, and I meant that. So I went into this fight being the hunter, understanding that he was preparing for a 3-round fight. I was preparing for a 5-round fight, and I wanted to be hot for 5 rounds, 25 minutes. I was going to take the fight to him and try and hurt him the entire time.
First of all, I've got to compliment you, because this week when we said, how important is it to become a champion again, you said, I'm not obsessing over that. All I think about is being the best fighter possible. That's why you're able to take on challenges like Ikram Aliskerov on very short notice. You proved tonight you are still one of the very best in the world. Talk to me about Perth. Talk to me about being the backup fighter. And who would you rather fight out of them two? And again, another question, who do you think wins that fight?
Okay, like Perth is around the corner for me. Like, it would be silly for me not to be a backup fighter. in that regards, especially with the win that I had tonight and the shape that I'm in. So it just makes logical sense for me. I'd like to fight Dricus, run it back with Dricus, because I felt like I let myself down there. You know, I'd like to run that back, but Izzy's still on the list as well. So, so either. And to be honest, that's a hard fight. I'm curious to see how Izzy has addressed the pressure that Sean put on him and had such success with it, because you know Dricus is going to do that. Dricus did that to Sean awkwardly and beat Sean that way. So you can only assume that he's going to do it to Izzy. Izzy's taking some time off, maybe a good thing. Maybe we see a different version of it. Hard to say, but yeah.
When you say Perth is around the corner, I'm thinking like LA to San Diego, which is 2 hours. How far away is Perth from you?
Yeah, it's not that corner. Like
5 hours on a plane.
Yeah,
5 hours.
5 hours. So it's like the corner way down the other end of the
It's
street.
in the same country. It's in the vicinity.
It's like LA to New York.
LA, there you go, Bisping.
For Americans.
For somebody from the UK, that was pretty good.
Shortest flight we'll get, but.
There you go. Thank you so much. It was so fun watching you. I told you I couldn't wait to see you fight, and you put on quite a show tonight for the first ever UFC event in Saudi Arabia. I hope you had as good a time this week here as we did.
Yeah, it was great to be a part of this, to be a part of history, to seal the show the way I did. I'm truly blessed. You know, thank you very much.
All right, Robert Whittaker,
Boy, Robbo.
championship.